Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Junk Junkies channel. And today we have for you an assortment of belt buckles that we recently acquired. And some of these are kind of interesting, and we're going to go through them one at a time. There are people, believe it or not, who collect belt buckles. And none of these I don't think are terribly old, but most of them are Western in nature. Not all of them, but most of them are. And some of them are solid brass. So let's take them one step at a time. This one is the plainest one. And this is just a horseshoe belt buckle. Nothing too fancy about it.
There's a little bit of weight.
It's fairly heavy. And it's a little bit worn, but it's basically just a plain belt buckle. Nothing really too fancy here, but a horseshoe. So that one's interesting. This one's a little bit fancier. This one has like a floor design here around it, and a stone of some kind dead center, which I'm not 100% sure what that is. Turn it around. Again, I don't think this is an expensive belt buckle, but it is interesting looking. Has a sort of a Southwest look to it. This one is very interesting, and this one is shrink wrapped. This is the OK Corral Gunfight, and it says October 26th. And 1881, gunfight at the OK Corral, Tombstone, Arizona. Back there it says official souvenir. The OK Corral. And this one is brand new. This one has not been opened. So if you're a fan of the Western folklore, here's the OK Corral Gunfight belt buckle, official belt buckle. Think about that for a minute. So you've got an official belt buckle to commemorate a gunfight. A gunfight. South side of Chicago could have a belt buckle factory if they decided that every gunfight, every gun battle was going to be commemorated. So that's pretty interesting that you'd have that. Here again, we have sort of a floor design, and this looks jade, but it's not. I think this is just a fake jade on there.
It has a manufacturer sticker on it.
Yeah.
Hatchet Gifts.
Hatchet Gifts, yeah.
Store.
Okay.
Shop.
This one is well worn. This is probably our most worn one. And this is simply a bucking bronco. Sort of a rodeo belt buckle. And some of these I think will probably go up in a lot. And some of them will go up individually. There's nothing really on this one. This one has seen a lot of use. This is probably our most worn one. But it does have the
horse looks to be pewter.
Yeah, it is. It's a pewter horse piece fastened on there. Okay, here's another one. This is a beautiful one. If you're a horseman, you'll probably really dig this one. This has almost like what do they call that? The trying to think of the pendant that they put on that. It's almost like a
that's raised up over there.
Yeah, like a pendant of a horse.
Tilt it sideways.
Here we go. Take a good look at it there.
It has depth.
Yeah, see? Look at the depth on that. Like a cameo almost, isn't that
right.
what they, yeah, like a cameo. This is a really pretty one.
Say anything on the back?
No, nothing on the back. This is in really good condition though. And this one is
looks to be about 1970s.
Yeah, most of these seem to be from just about that era. This one is going to be hard to see. It's kind of translucent, but
looks like to be brass with mother of pearl on it.
Yeah, it could be mother of pearl. It's definitely brass. That could be a mother of pearl in there. So that's kind of nice. This one, as you can see,
there's a ram on it.
It's a ram.
With a sunset.
If we can get a look at that a little bit closer, and it's in the sunset. This one's very, very lightweight.
It does say.
And on the back, this one says 1974.
1976.
6, I'm sorry. And solid brass.
Solid brass, yep.
So that's solid brass. Okay. Let's move on to this one. Don't know what to say about this one.
Looks to be aluminum.
Yeah.
Like
this one is a very unusual looking belt buckle. I'm not 100% sure who would wear a belt buckle quite like that. It's not very big. It almost looks like it could be a women's.
Ladies, yeah.
Because it's very slim. So, not sure what to say about that one. This one's interesting because this is bone.
Don't know what kind of bone.
I have no idea what kind of bone. I'm guessing it's probably not dinosaur bone. If I had to guess, I would maybe say deer or something like that.
Yeah, deer, elk.
But it's just a bone. Bone belt buckle. Interesting.
Simple.
Here we have a deer.
Pockets signed on the bottom. What does it say? DePaulis.
Oh, back here we have a little bit of a story here. It says Good Lad Productions 1973. Oh, limited. 1977.
1977. Out of Syracuse, New York.
Out of Syracuse, New York.
Yeah, there it says on the bottom, sculpted by Lou DePaulis.
Okay, so this is a sculpt belt buckle. Very nice.
That looks to be pewter.
This one has a bit of history. Motorcycle Miracle Tour, Making Miracles Happen. And this was actually a benefit belt buckle for a children's hospital and for a specific child's, in memory of a specific child. It has it on the back. I won't go through all of it, but you can read it here. And it has the information. So this was a commemorative, in memoriam sort of a belt buckle, but also for a charity, which I guess they had a motorcycle, perhaps they had a poker run or a motorcycle run of some kind, to benefit the children's hospital. And this, I would believe, this feels like
that looks like it's brass.
Could be brass too. Here is, of course, the BPOE, which is the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks, as everyone knows. And if we close right up on this, it has the logo here as well. So this is an Elks belt buckle.
That's brass.
That's brass as well. This is in very good shape.
An enamel front.
This one is an interesting piece. We believe that this is actually made from the antlers of a deer.
Yeah, sliced up.
And of course it has the pewter deer on it. So this is an interesting piece. Nothing on the back of it, but you can tell that's part of that bone. In fact, it looks like this. Maybe that's an antler and not a bone. Perhaps that's an antler on that other one. But
turn it sideways, see how thick it is.
This is,
it's pretty thick.
Yeah, that's an interesting belt buckle. Again, a little small, but this, I guess, is meant to be ram horns.
Mm-hmm. That's solid brass.
This is solid brass, but this one has some scratching.
Mm-hmm. Polish that up.
And this one, as you can see,
Sea Ranch, California, solid brass.
Yep. So this came from Sea Ranch, California. Here's a nice bear belt buckle.
That's pretty.
Yep, you can see it's raised here. And on the back, this says cast by Puritan Pewter. And this is also New York, Tully, New York, 1978. Copyrighted by Sid Bell. And we'll go to this one. This one's pretty fancy. This one's a cowboy belt buckle if I've ever seen one. And of course we have the pewter bucking bronco there. We have that sort of turquoise blue and that gold. This is a really nice belt buckle. This is a cowboy's belt buckle for sure.
The horse looks to be pewter also.
Yeah. And it looks like it has a price tag on the back of it. It looks like probably that's not the price. That's probably because $15.47 sounds like a very odd price.
Yeah,
so that's probably just a stock number. But that's a really interesting piece.
That's raised up off there.
Yeah, you can see from here it's raised off of here. That's definitely a nice cow. That's a Texan belt buckle. And this one, our final one, is still in the box. And this comes from Raintree. And this is a rainbow trout. Let's open her up. Take her out of the box. This is real heavy. Very heavy belt buckle. You see the raised rainbow trout on there. This is obviously mint condition. I don't believe this has ever been worn. And let's see if it says, what's it say on the back there?
It says 1980. 1980. Can't see it. There we go. 1980 Raintree protected by U.S. patents.
Okay, so this is just a Raintree rainbow trout belt buckle. It's in the package. I don't think that was ever worn. Doesn't even look like it was ever touched.
Mm-hmm.
So there's our collection of belt buckles. Now, a few of these could potentially be junk, but there are a few of these I think that could be a little bit special. So we're going to go through these, and we're going to decide which ones we're going to sell in our shop. We're going to decide which ones we are going to put up on eBay, and we're going to decide which ones are potentially just junk. And we will certainly get back to you and let you know which one of these, if you guys have any guesses, by the way, or educated guesses about which one of these belt buckles are going to actually bring us the most money, feel free to leave a comment and let us know. It'll be really interesting to see what everybody thinks. And we'll be back with more Junk Junkies. Please hit like and subscribe.